Hi, my name is Teague, and welcome to this course here on musiclessons.com on the Bebop scales. First, I'd like to introduce myself. I've been a guitar player for about 22 years. I have my doctorate from the University of Northern Colorado in jazz studies on guitar, and I'm a professional performer and college educator here in Colorado. This is a course I've wanted to put together for quite a while. I really like teaching the bebop scales, and I think they really help students begin to understand the jazz language a lot better. They're incredibly useful scales that you can get a lot of mileage out of, and it really helps develop the jazz language in my students' playing. When I first designed this course, it was just going to be a little bit of an introduction to the scales and maybe a couple exercises, but it's turned into way more than that. So throughout this course, we're going to be covering a lot of material. We're going to start with the very basics. We're going to talk about where the scales came from, some of the theory behind them, how they work with arpeggios, and then we're going to go into a lot of basic exercises, and then we're going to talk about developing these exercises into lines. We're going to go into some more advanced exercises, and then finally we're going to discuss how jazz greats have used bebop scales in their playing by looking at some licks on how they generate harmony, imply harmony, and use the bebop scales in 2-5-1 situations. I've broken this lesson down into 6 individual parts with lessons within each one of the parts. There's a PDF included with each lesson that you're going to want to download. All of the ideas are listed numerically, and then I'll refer to each example that I'm talking about by the number listed. I've written each example not only in notation but also in tabs, so it should be accessible for pretty much everyone. And I've tried to do the best job that I can organizing all of this information so that you work through it and develop the bebop scale language as you go. The next video in this series, I recommend watching if you don't have a firm grasp on bebop harmony. I'm going to give just a quick little run through of some of the basic theory needed to understand some of the stuff that I'm talking about in these upcoming parts of the lesson. So I recommend everybody to check it out. If it's something that you think you already have a handle on, you can just skip ahead to the next lesson, but I highly recommend watching this first lesson video in the series, and then from there you can take off. Thank you for checking out this course. I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions or there's something you'd like me to cover in a little bit more depth, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any questions or cover anything you think I missed. Just shoot me an email through my website. I'd be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. I hope this course is helpful. Let's dig in.